Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we have a Gerber Keystyle. Now this is going to be a multi-tool from around the 2000s. I'm not sure the exact date on this one. And this was, I would say, Gerber's take on the sort of iconic Victorinox Classic. And so this is going to be this multi-tool with the scissors, the knife, the file, and then it comes with the pair of tweezers, we'll save those for later, and the toothpick. So when we match these up against this, you'll notice that there's a big difference, but they are going to be about the same general length, but the thickness is going to be extremely different. So maybe they're going after one of other Victorinox's larger, thicker with the extra layers, I'm not sure, but anyway, this is going to be the Keystyle. So one of the things we notice is we do have a pair of tweezers. So this is going to be the Victorinox and this is the Gerber's. And I have to say on this one, Gerber's actually feels a little bit sturdier than Victorinox. So these tweezers don't seem that bad. Tried to use them today and I think they definitely would be useful. I do not enjoy using tweezers for that, pulling hairs out. So anyway, I was afraid they would work, so I stopped using them. So on this side, we have a miniature screwdriver. So this is interesting. They slide, you sort of depress them, and then they slide out, and then they actually sort of lock back into place. And then on this side, we have another micro screwdriver there as well. I do have to say these buttons are very flimsy. I think mine are sort of breaking. So I definitely am not a huge fan of this system, but it is interesting to see how Gerber sort of designed some of their tools several years ago. So this is the knife blade. And again, this right here is just really wobbly. So, and that seems to be with most of their tools. They seem broken. I'm not sure if mine are or not, but they really seem to wobble, and then they sort of snap into place, and you can depress it, and then it comes back. So we've got the Phillips, the standard micro screwdriver, we've got the knife blade. Now I think I've sort of, there we go, the knife blade. And then we also have the scissors. So this is going to be a rather chunky pair of scissors, and this is not going to lock into place at all. So let's see, we'll pull this over here, and let's see how this does just on a little bit of rope. And actually not too bad. So these scissors are fairly well for what they are, fairly decent for what they are, and then they just go back into here. What I think is interesting is that Gerber does have almost what looks like a brass ring around here that the scissors sit in. So that's unique how they designed that. So is this a great tool? No, not really. I'm not a fan of these buttons at all. The knife is really small. The scissors are probably the best thing. The screwdrivers are okay, but I feel like it's just way too thick for what it is. But it is a nice Gerber multi-tool to have in my collection, and so I do like it because of that. Now, what I wanted to mention, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up too, is that we do realize that Gerber has sort of evolved their line. So I think a lot of people were saying, well, why is Gerber even trying to fight against Victorinox or be competitive? But to some extent, Gerber has always tried new designs. They've been sort of fearless in that department. And even if they fail, they just come out with another design until they find one that really catches on. So we find this year the Stakeout. Previously, it was the Lockdown Pry and Drive. And then also the arm bar came out in several different variants as well. So Gerber really has, I would say, definitely upped their game. When you look at the Keystyle, a lot of people complained about these multi-tools, but compared to the Keystyle, Gerber has actually made some big leaps. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.